Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Friday. It's 9 o'clock and I've already had to deal with a troll. It's good. Oh, January, you just keep giving. Good morning, Kerry.
It was only £3,000.
Oh, it's been a lot of stuff. It's been a lot of stuff. If you are watching, as usual, do please put a hello in the comments and stop leaning on my desk because it's making the screen wobble. Good morning, Jane. Good morning, Lizzie. Pete's here working and Eric is... Oh, I can just see an ear under the pile of blankets. Good morning, Anne. Why, thank you very much. Good morning, Jay. Good morning, Karen. I look posh. Well, one does come from Surrey. Thank you, Karen. Good morning, Claire. Good morning, Janet. Good morning, Sue. Good evening, Sephora. Thank you. Good morning, Sue. Good morning, Sasha. Good morning, lovely people. I've got a scarf on because it's cold. Good morning, Keith. Good morning, Amanda. Good morning, Emma. Yeah, Eric does have the right idea. Being under a pile of blankets is definitely that kind of day. Good morning, Caroline. Good morning, Kerry. Good morning, Maharet. Good morning, Andrea. Good morning, Sue. Good morning, Sylvia. Wow, lots of lovely people. I'm really going to have to check out this desk. It's wobbling all over the place. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Angela. Good morning, Jason from your warm lorry. Good morning, Christine. Good morning, Trudy. Good morning, Maria. Oh, wow. Lots of lovely people. Thank you so much. And that's true. I used to live in Hampshire. I live in Hampshire now. I was born and spent up until I'm 20, something like that, in Surrey. Surrey is my roots. Posh, that's funny. Proud to be working class, me. Good morning, Matty. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. It's been a week. It's been a month.
Already? It's not over yet.
It's not really. It is. January's done.
Is it? Oh, okay.
I am finished with January. January has never been my favourite month. It is always cold and wet and soggy, and no one's got any money because, December was fab with all the energy and the festivities, and everyone spent too much money and ate too much food. So January's always, no money, no feeling fat. All the festivities have gone. So January's never been my favourite month. This January, it's been a challenge.
It's been interesting.
It's been interesting to say the least. Good morning, Xenia. Love the clothes you're wearing. Thank you. Keith's a true Hampshire hog. Pete is a Hampshire. You're a Pompey lad, aren't you?
I aim in it, mush. That's what I do.
Thankfully, he doesn't actually speak Pompey. Jane says, this has been the longest January for years. I think it was written on an elastic. Oh, yes. You nailed it. So January's never been fun, and I don't enjoy January. I tend to kind of step back now and try and have it as a hibernation month. But so far this month, although this is the end of it now, that finished enough, we've had health issues, health scares, dentistry issues, car breaking down, £3,000 worth of unexpected emergency roof repairs that we didn't have.
Well, we had the repairs.
We had the repairs. We just didn't have the £3,000. Just whole book delivery things and lots of niggly, annoying, frustrating, rubbish things. January
smells of poo.
It does. January's.
Sorry, that's got a bit Pompey again.
That's very classy.
Yeah.
We're being posh today. Do you mind? Yeah, January's been rubbish. Good morning, Tony. Pompey lads. Yeah, Pete is definitely born and bred Pompey.
January smells of poo. January smells of
Shush.
poo.
Pompey supporter too, aren't you?
Yeah.
Sue says, don't talk about roof repairs. Oh, it was not good. We went from £0 to £3,000 in about 24 hours. It was not good. Emma not feeling fat this year. Yes, Emma's lost £9. There you go, Emma. Well done, you. Angela, after Amazon informing me that they had cancelled my order for your book last Friday, Monday I got a notification it had been dispatched and it arrived yesterday. Don't tell me Amazon has actually finally got delivery of a witch for every season. That is astounding. Long may it continue. Colin, Holocaust Day it is. Yes, we need to remember that, definitely. Good morning, Christine. Good morning, Darlene from Kentucky. You're up early or late, depending on how it looks. Sephora, funny January has been toast in the Southern Hemisphere too. Our summer's disappeared. That was not me. I'm not responsible for that. Xenia, sounds really challenging. It has been. No one needs these costs and health issues, especially not in January. No, I mean, it could have been a whole lot worse. Could have been a whole lot worse. But it's not been fun. Karen had a roof disaster. Thought we needed a new one, but thankfully didn't. But still needed repairs. Even
we do.
Yeah. Ours was only repairs. Still cost £3,000. Anyway. Good morning, Luna. Keith, still waiting for my book from Amazon. If you are having problems with Amazon UK deliveries, cancel it and order from Book Depository. Book Depository have been brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So
Amazon
haven't. No. Jane, January's not bad at all. Found a sweet little Lloyd Loom chair, very nice for my witchy room in a chassis yesterday. We do love the charity shops. Should come today and it's going to be painted purple and have a new purple velvet seat cover. It sounds divine. Kerry, Amazon are saying February the 3rd.
That's only 6 days away.
Yeah.
Next week.
They've been saying lots of things and they've kept moving it. Go to the Book Depository. Forget Amazon. Well, I have no idea where that delivery of books is. No one seems to know where that delivery of books is. So
Book Depository. Told you they
stole
it.
Book Depository. Yeah, I think they did. I think Book Depository stole all the Amazon ones. Christine's popping to YouTube to stop it freezing. Facebook seems to freeze quite a lot. I don't know why. On some things, I don't know, things.
Anything. I'm not sure which, but
if it freezes, hop on over to YouTube. That seems to be more stable. Lizzie says Abe books are also good for books. They had yours when I looked the other day. Not used them. I have seen them popping up, but not used them. Thank you, Lizzie. So, with January being so pants, I thought today might be an interesting subject to talk about lifting your spirits and how you lift your spirits.
We're joining the inbox ritual.
Technically, as witches, pagans, spiritual, whatever it might be, we do have an extra toolkit from which to delve into to work with things like lifting our spirits. As I wrote about in Curative Magic.
Did you write a book?
I did, just one. There is a chapter in there on depression, but there are chapters about how you can work with all of the different emotions and feelings and all sorts of things. There you go. Good morning, Tess. Manda, originally ordered through W.H. Smith's. After a while, they cancelled my order, went to Book Depository and had book in hand within 48 hours. It is. Book Depository have stolen all of the stock.
They have. They hijacked the courier.
Emma, felt awful because I was having to tell my friend who was buying the book for me all to cancel Amazon and go to Book Depository, just as they also ran out. But yes, Book Depository did run out. Now they've got more stock. Book Depository is the way to go. Sue, sometimes on Facebook, it's like watching a Chinese film. Your mouth's working, but not in time with the sound. Oh, it's like Monkey, if anyone remembers that one from their childhood. Jane says, Abe books are good for obscure books that cost a fortune to ship from across the pond, but the same books are cheap here. Okay, cool, excellent. We like recommendations for book places. Yeah, Amazon or yeah. So I had a run through the curative magic just to see, and I also put a message out on Facebook at the beginning of the week to see what you guys thought. And how you work and how you lift your spirits. The overwhelming answer was to go out into nature. I think pretty much every single person said about going outside, about going into nature. And that is a brilliant, brilliant way to lift your spirits. But it's really cold out there at the moment, and especially
You're such a girl.
Especially if you. Hey, who was it that froze to death on the seafront
All right,
last
that might
week?
have been me. Yes, thank you. Minus 20.
It was very cold on the seafront. But yeah, going out in nature is really good. I do like to go to the ocean. That is my rejuvenating, refueling place. And the garden as well. But the garden's quite depressing at the moment because it's all quiet. It's all in hibernation, which is quite nice in itself. And I do go out there every morning to let Eric out and to feed the birds and to connect with the energy of the day. But sometimes it's not possible to go out. I was talking to the very lovely Vicky from FICA with Vicky yesterday, and she's got snow. So it's not that easy to go out in nature all the time. And for not all of us can get out in nature. So I wanted to look at some other things as well. Obviously, that's your first point of call. Go out in nature. Colour would be my other thing. If I am feeling a bit low, I specifically think about what I'm wearing when I get up in the morning, because I think if you are a bit low, you instinctively go towards the darker colours. I do. So I purposely chose something lighter and brighter this morning to lift my spirits. I work a lot with colour magic, and I think it really does have an effect on our emotions. Obviously, if you're happier wearing black and black makes you happy, go for it. I'm not judging. Tony, monkey magic. We found it on BritBox yesterday, the whole monkey series. Pixie, wasn't there a pixie in there as well? Yeah. Right, let's get some of these up. Lizzie, love curative magic, was so amazed to win it on one of the first times I was on your Friday morning chat. Found it really helpful. Oh, you're very, very, very welcome. Jane says, World of Books are very good too. Excellent, thank you. Janet says, thrift books is pretty quick about getting your order. Do you know, I think as well, this is perhaps a bit of a sign that we really should be supporting the more smaller independent ones as well. Keith says, yay for nature walks. Absolutely. Jane, our garden's just mud and weeds, but the rhubarb's going bonkers, which is good. Love rhubarb. Maria, my hyacinth has grown and the tulips are sprouting again, have bluebells to plant. Brilliant. Yeah, the spring stuff will be starting to show itself over here. But obviously a lot of people in America still have 6 feet of snow. So it's wherever you are in the world, it'd be different. Sephora, I find that I can't get into the garden, then I'm plotting for the garden and reading, watching stuff about the gardens. BBC Gardener's World on YouTube's wonderful. We are avid gardener.
Lord Monty.
Gardener's World fan. Monty, yeah, but we like Frosty best.
We do, Frosty and Monty.
We like Adam Frost best. Keith, nearly time for Imbolc. It is that time of the year when February is much better than January. It is going to be much better than January. It is that just sort of starting, the energies are starting. Jason says, you should see my house, black skulls and crystals. But if that's what makes you happy, that's the important thing. That is the important thing. Angela says, sunny here today, but very cold. Off to the beach today to blow a few cobwebs away. That is one of my favourite things to do. Favourite things to do. Kerry, I had COVID, took ages to shift due to temperature, so I've been getting to know my crystals again. The energies are amazing, and also candle magic lifts the spirits. Yes, I think as well, candle magic is my go-to for any kind of spell working, and it can be really simple. One candle. And again, I would pick bright colours. For me, happiness uplifting is yellow, but it could be orange, could be pink, could even be red, whatever you're drawn to pick. Literally one candle. If you're dressing it with essential oil, then I would go with something citrusy, lemon, orange, bergamot, cardamom, even, all uplifting. Dress your candle, light it, and work with visualization. Draw the energy from the candle and see yourself uplifted, lifting the cloud, replacing your Eeyore with Tigger. That's not very magical at all, is it? Oh, another shout out for A Books. Got a very rare book from there for little money. Excellent. Yeah, let's support these smaller ones. Definitely. Emma, being a recovering agoraphobic, getting out now more, go you. I have to bring the magic in. Find a pamper night with candle magic works well for me. Yeah, candle magic has been mentioned several times on the Facebook as well. I think candles as well, particularly this time of the year, in bulk, Candlemas. It's all about the light. All about the light. So just lighting candles and sitting in the candlelight can be quite uplifting too. And scented candles, if you like the scent, obviously. Collins bulbs coming through. Yeah, we've got some in the garden that are starting to come up as well. Lizzie, my cats love my garden at the moment as I haven't planted it up yet and it's too cold, as it's too cold and damp. Needless to say, it will be well fertilized. We do have a cat that poops in our garden. Eric likes to bark at it. We have fed our garden and it's been mulched, so it's all kind of poised and ready.
Eric barks at the cat when it's gone, and it's up on the wall laughing at him.
Yeah, he does. He just barks. He's doing his job.
He's very handsome.
Trudy, ocean, woods, but wear something with spring in mind. Put some uplifting music on and bake a cake with in bulk intentions and burn incense or candles. All of the above. Absolutely. Baking, in case you hadn't noticed, is my therapy. If I am feeling a bit low, if I'm feeling a bit down, then I will go in the kitchen and bake things. And of course, the whole process of baking is what lifts my spirits, but then you get to eat it after as well. So it's a win-win situation, really. Music, absolutely. Our senses can help change our emotions and our feelings. Music that you love, obviously. For me, it's 80s pop. And I make no apologies for that whatsoever. Jimmy Somerville, Yaz, the whole shebang of the 80s pop stuff. Most of it's upbeat, unless you go for Morrissey, but we don't do that. Most of it's upbeat. So the beat of the music will lift your spirit as well. And it all has memories and it all sparks things as well. So music, absolutely. Carey, World of Books have their own site. Thank you for all these recommendations. That's brilliant. We need to move there, I think. Sue, just realised the little witch in the corner of the screen is gone. Yes. That's because I haven't put my thing up. Shall I put my thing up for you? It's because I've been doing other things. See, let's put that back for you. Just got to remember where I am. Right. Is it that one or is that the kitchen witch one? There we go. Sorry about that, Sue. It's back. It's because I've been using StreamYard for other things. The witch is back. Jason, my garden sits on a septic tank and I can't get it emptied. That's not fun. Keep missing Yorkshire water and it's full, smelly, avoid at all costs. When I lived on the farm back in my teens, we had a septic tank. So I hear you. Xenia, I also tend to use crystals in jewelry to uplift my spirits. Absolutely. Sometimes for shielding, sometimes for opening up, whatever the situation is. I did take a look at the crystals, uplifting crystals. So we have blue lace agate, Celestite, not one I use. Blue lace agate quite a lot. Celestite isn't one I use particularly. I've got a piece of it. Goldstone, do love a bit of goldstone. Larimar. Now I've got Larimar on. I've got 2 necklaces on today, and they're all tied up. So I have got Larimar in my lovely Pixie Made Wild Boar, and that is Larimar, and that is very uplifting. I have got my Bath glass necklace on as well from Bath. But yes, Larimar, very uplifting. Lepidolite, Moonstone, big old piece of normal quartz, clear quartz, smoky quartz, and turquoise. All of those really, really uplifting, but it has to be for you. So you have to connect with the energies of the crystal. Moonstone is not one I particularly like working with. We don't get on very well. So it has to be a crystal that works for you. And actually, I quite like citrine for uplifting as well. So yeah, working with crystals is brilliant to uplift your spirits. Christine, my magical place was our front garden, but it got inundated. Well, yeah, with so much cat poo. 4 bags a day. Oh no! Finally cracked and got it covered with slate. Sad but true. However, the slate is plum coloured and I love it. Yeah, I bet that looks nice. Now plotting my back garden again, now with magical things. And of course, the odd plant. Love gardening. It's so magical. We do love gardening. It's a bit quiet this time of the year, but you can do the plotting and the planning. Yeah, we've had the seed box out with all the packets in to decide what we're going to plant, what seeds we're going to plant. So yeah, the planning of it is quite fun too. Jane, I did a candle spell last night as part of my kitchen witch school homework to help with motivation, which is hard to find in the winter. It is. Just being in my witchy room is uplifting. It's the only room in the house I really look after. I think that's it, isn't it? It's about being comfortable where you are as well. If you are sitting in a room that you don't like, that perhaps needs tidying, needs cleaning, is full of clutter, that's probably not going to help with moving the energy either. So yeah, it's about finding a space that you are happy in and that you're comfortable in as well. Hi Charlie. Xenia, also love using essential oils to lift my spirits. For example, orange or rose geranium, my 2 favorites to lift my vibes. Oh, I'm with you, absolutely. I think any of the citrus ones, orange, lemon, grapefruit, and rose geranium is one of my favorites. Smells like Turkish delight. So it's bound to be nice. I think, yeah, anything that is citrusy, flowery maybe is very uplifting for the spirits. Cardamom is another one that's very good for uplifting the spirits. So yeah, essential oils, whether you mix them with the base oil and put them on your temples and your pulse points, or whether you put them in a burner around or a spritzer around the house, definitely. It's using another one of their senses, isn't it? Sound, smell, both really good for evoking memories and feelings and energies, definitely. Sylvia, had a very bad family situation 2 days ago and was shaken up all day, truly upset. And just before going to bed, I checked out a group I'm in as they did a live, and they pulled me the most beautiful card with the most beautiful words to go with it. Excellent. It made me lift up so much, and yesterday went so much better. Brilliant. Truly see this as a little magical gift given to me, as I did not need to do anything for it. Being in the right group helps a lot. Absolutely. And of course, that's the other thing, isn't it? It's friends. It's friends and family and support, which obviously all help. Definitely. Jason, always light candles when I have a bath and smoke myself out with incense sticks, mainly to master the septic tank smell. You're going to have to do something about it. At the farm, we used to chuck a pig in it, but you know, that's not always practical.
No, would you like a water bottle?
No, I'm right in a minute, thank you. Yeah, we have been regular succession of hot water bottles at the moment too, because it's so cold. Hi, Jackie. Xenia says 80s is the best. Oh, yeah. Charlie, simple things. Yeah, I think that's the key, isn't it? It doesn't have to be complicated or expensive. Nature, chocolate, snacks, music, chinwag with a good friend, love, colour and candle, but forget to use them. Thanks for the reminder. Do you know, that's it, isn't it? That's why I had to go back to the Curative Magic book, because we do forget that we've got all of these skills and all of these things to be able to use. I'm with you on all of that, Charlie. Emma, watching and interacting with you every Friday. Oh, bless you. Definitely a spirit lifter. Yeah, it does for me. It absolutely does with me. So having a day out with the Kitty Witch Posse lifts my spirits. Yep, we've got a couple of those planned next month. We're off to do Roman stuff next month. Definitely. I think that is, isn't it? It's talking helps. Sharing, with a friend or a family member, or just talking with someone, having a coffee and a cake and talking with someone really helps too. I think actually part of this is about finding the root of it. I mean, obviously I'm down at the moment because of all the pants stuff that's happened in January.
Don't wear pants.
Don't wear pants. Thank you for that. Yeah.
Glad to help.
You are very helpful.
They're probably helpful too.
Yeah, I don't think they do. It is about recognizing that your spirits are low and realizing why, finding the source of it. Obviously, I know what mine is. It's just, a bit rubbish at the moment. I have to admit, my realization for me, whether it's related or not, it's, I hadn't got a proper altar up, and I hadn't got a proper working altar. That has now been remedied. Household spirits and household gods now have their own altar, and they have had a couple of days of offerings and candles lit for them. So positive energy going forward. So I think it is.
You've got a cup of coffee too.
I have got a cup of coffee, yeah. I haven't got a cake because, See, January.
You see what I had to put up with?
January, we ran out of cake in this house.
Yeah.
We ran out. There was no cake, no cookies, no chocolate. See? Yeah, that's how much the energies were off. It was remedied. But it is about recognizing it as well, I think, and reaching out and doing something about it.
Making cake.
I will be making cake today. Jay, got my first girly evening in the witchy room next week. Now we've got enough chairs. We're going to do scrying, tea leaves, tarot, and lots of chat with wine and cake. I agree with Emma. Special night in can work wonders. That sounds perfect. Colin, have Damn the Bard CDs, and I love his songs. He is a jolly, decent chap. Absolutely. Very, very nice chap. Jolly. And his music's fab. Trudy, music for drifting, you somewhere else. The band Hollow Coves, enjoy. Oh, I don't know them. I'll look them up. Thank you, Trudy. Yeah, and music, it evokes memories, it evokes feelings, it evokes emotions. So definitely. Maria, I wear my Pixie Made every day. I do. I don't take my Pixie Made necklace off, and I don't take my Pixie Made bracelet off either. With my wild boar on that one too. Every day since it arrived, which has a moonstone. Perfect. She makes beautiful things. Emma, I find rhodonite works well for me. I have a skull rhodonite pendant. Beautiful stone. Beautiful stone. Another vote for the 80s bands. Yeah. Colin, my in-laws visited me yesterday and gave me some wildflower seeds to plant. I had several Yule Christmas cards that had wildflower seeds with them. So we've got a stash of them to plant, which is brilliant. Yes, we will be doing some of that too. Maria, I stopped changing my altar every Sabbath and now change it when it feels right. I do absolutely. You may have noticed that I have pretty much moved the altar from behind me because I wasn't working with it because it was in the wrong place. So that's been moved now. I think altars, but that as well, I think if the energy is feeling a bit stagnant, if things are feeling a bit stuck, then I clear my altar, clear it, cleanse it, and redress it. That for me helps get energy moving again. But yeah, definitely got to do it with your intuition. Lizzie, my daughter gave me an almanac for Christmas, and I find reading that when I go to bed is really focusing and uplifting, taking me into spring and summer. That's nice. That's planning. That's looking forward, isn't it? That's brilliant. I tend to listen to podcasts when I go to bed. Sylvia, I use rose geranium in my fairy scent that everyone loves so much. It is lovely. It does make me think of, Turkish Delight. Darlene, peppermint's very uplifting, plus helps clear stuffy winter noses. Yes, perfect. It is a zingy kind of scent, isn't it? And obviously peppermint too. Yeah, it is very nice. Tess, total lack of motivation, not been well again, total lack of income, money going out like water, tax return. However, I got rebate. Woohoo! So that was a little uplift. Yeah, all of that. Yeah, it's January. Karen, I make a candle with uplifting oils and it smells beautiful. I liked it that much. I made it into a pulse point roller and also use when I'm doing reflexology if the person needs a boost. Fabulous. Reflexology is my favorite. Karen, you can come and live with us. I'll have reflexology every day. That'd be lovely. Thanks. Caroline, I have very vivid imagination, so I use this to remove any negativity from my mind, and then it's easier to think of something wonderful. It's your visualization. When you're working with any spells or any kind of magic, having good visualization really helps to keep things moving. Jackie, singing bowls lifts my spirit. I love singing bowls. I love a gong sound bath, actually.
I read that as singing bowels.
Singing bowels. No, she doesn't have singing bowels. No, let's not even go there. I think with singing bowls, you have to get the right tone. Some of them are beautiful. Some of them set my teeth on edge. Caroline, finally managed to cancel my Amazon pre-order. Yay, I have it coming from Book Depository. Brilliant. Good old Book Depository. Caroline, I painted all the rooms in our house various shades of warm yellow, so that helps too. Yeah, I think it's bringing colour magic in, but it is making your surroundings a pleasant place to be in as well. Yeah, Anne wants to know where her coffee is. Come on, get on with it.
On the way.
Maria says it's in Colombia. Sephora, the gorgeous little house spirit lamp you had on Facebook the other day, do they have a special name and can you leave them going without causing fire? So I have set up it's a Roman inspired altar, and it is a household altar for the household spirits, the household gods. I found a replica Roman oil lamp on eBay. It's a replica Roman oil lamp. It's a terracotta one and it's got the god's soul on it, and they work. You fill them with olive oil and they have a taper, and then you light the taper. But I found those on eBay. I don't leave them going without causing a fire, because I would never leave a naked flame going, whether it's a candle or a lamp. But I would imagine that a lamp's going to be more safe than a candle. But there are still the whole possibilities of exploding and wind blowing it. And so I wouldn't leave it unattended. But it is a replica Roman oil lamp that I had. And if anybody has no idea what we're talking about, have a look on the Facebook page. There is a photograph of it. Trudy, good energy clean is good. Cleared my desk of any uck and made a nice space for writing in tarot. It is one of the things that I have noted in the Curative Magic book. Sometimes you have to make like Snow White, because if the energy is stagnant and stuck because of clutter and dirt and all the usual stuff, having a clean and a clear out will often help the energy start moving again. Cleansing with smoke or with salt water or however you do it will also help, because you're clearing out negative energy, giving it a good cleanse. Emma, Mum said the only thing that really lifts her spirits is listening to Native American music. Perfect. For me, it's any music that makes me bounce. Yeah, I'm with you, Emma. Xenia, when I feel down or exhausted, I love watching feel-good films, like the Good Witch films. Oh, they're good, aren't they? Or the series, or other feel-good series. Feel-good escapism is nice. It is you time, isn't it? It's about taking time out for a bit of self-care. I have been trying to do that this month and having the afternoons off, finishing earlier in the day, so that myself and Eric can go and sit on the sofa under a pile of blankets with our hot water bottle, and Pete coming in regularly with fresh up water bottles and fresh and cups of coffee and things. And I watch the things that I like. I've been watching lots of Guy Fieri, actually. I know it's cheesy, but he's fab. Guy's grocery games. It's a bit escapism and it's food. So, what's not to love, really? Death in Paradise, been watching quite a bit of at the moment as well. There's all the stuff, the favourite stuff, Stargate Atlantis.
Life on Mars.
Life on Mars. What we're rewatching Bones at the moment as well. So yeah, it's
All
about
happy stuff.
Yeah, we like a bit. Well, no, it's all sort of murder detective stuff, but it's got a bit of humour. We like a bit of humour with their murder. It's about taking time out for self-care to just do something for you. I also got my loom out that I bought back in lockdown that I have never actually put together. It is now put together and ready to go. So that's another thing. Hobbies, doing something crafty for you, painting, drawing, colouring, crocheting, knitting. It's all self-care. It's about taking time out to do something for you that you enjoy doing. The baking is it for me, really, but sometimes it is just about lopping in front of the sofa, and when I do it, I feel guilty every time, thinking I ought to be writing or doing this or doing that or doing housework. Or sometimes you have to take time out just to flop.
And you get told off.
Yeah, I do get told off for doing too much, but hey. Journaling. It's not my thing. I'm rubbish at journaling, but I know it does help some people. Jotting down every day how you feel, writing things. I do write lists of things to empty my head before I go to bed so that it's not all whizzing around. But journaling can help. That can help improve your mood as well. It's a kind of therapy in a way. Boundaries. Setting boundaries as well is another important one, and I am a bit rubbish at that myself. It's okay to say no. It really is. I can't do that today. Don't have to make an excuse. There's a line in Friends where Phoebe says, "Yeah, I'd love to, but I don't want to," and it is okay to do that. Within the Kitchen Witch team, we have decided going forward this year that we aren't going to say yes to everything we're offered, because some of it is a ridiculous amounts of miles away, and we were flogging ourselves to death the last few years trying to get to places. Driving for hours and hours it's exhausting. So it is about having boundaries, not just on saying no thanks, I don't want to do that, but to your family members as well. No, I'm not going to cook dinner tonight, you're on your own. That kind of thing. So boundaries will help too, because doing too much and doing things that you don't want to, I mean, there are some things in life we have to do that we don't like to. There are, it's just how it is. I have a real job that I have to do because it brings money in to pay those bills and things. But you can set personal boundaries on some things, which will help. And setting yourself a few goals too. Not huge things, just tiny little things. Just, even if it is, I'm going to get out of bed today and put clothes on. It's still a goal. So little things, I think, little things. Charlie, cake catastrophe. We did. It was a cake catastrophe. You now must correct this. Nature has to have balance. You must commit to the snacking cakes and cookies in abundance. I did. I remedied that the following day. I made Tottenham cake and chocolate tray bake and
on 3 stone
blackberry shortbread cookies. Jason, at the minute I'm watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Haven't seen it for decades and forgot how good it was. Tacky, but 90s vampires are great. Yeah, you can't beat a bit of tack, really, can you? Sylvia, I clear my altar at the first of each month with a card of the month and change out what is needed for the month, and all by intuition. 9 out of 10 times the card I pull is the energy for the month. Perfect. That's a really good routine to get into, isn't it? And that kind of sets you up. Xenia, the other thing that comes to my mind when someone has been nasty to me, I feel the urge to be super nice to the next other random person because I need positivity. Works because it makes them and me happy. Paying it forward. I like it. Absolutely. Good morning, Leslie. Keith, having coffee and cake to lift my spirits. Yeah, I'm with that. Christine, ting showers are great for changing the energy in the place. I have some of those. Nice sound. Eric doesn't like it. It doesn't like the gong much either. But yes, we're one of the senses again, isn't it? Sound, drumming, ting chars, gongs can really change the vibe of energy in any place. Jason, Cos and I went to a singing bath evening, but halfway through the emergency, very bright lights came on and woke us all up. Oh no! I do love a sound bath. It is good without the emergency in the middle. Jane, imagination and visualization can be a handicap if they're allowed to run loose. Tell me about it. Sometimes it's hard to close the third eye and give it a break. Yes. Once you've opened up that, I'll say Pandora's box, even though it wasn't a box, it was a vase of some sort. But yeah, once you've opened up that, yeah.
Pandora's vase doesn't
I'm
have
with
the
you,
same.
no. Charlie, I have an aromatherapy relaxing oil blend, a present from friend. I keep on my coffee table and sniff it and burn it when I remember it is relaxing, going to put uplifting there too. Perfect. If you can make, if you've got a little bottle and some essential oil, put some salt crystals in the bottle or some sand and put a few drops of essential oil in and put the lid on. You can carry that with you then as a like smelling salts, but with your uplifting scents in. That way you don't use a whole bottle, and if you put it in the salt or the sand, will actually hang on to that scent, and you can just use it as a snifter to lift you up when you need it. Jane, my house needs a good cleanse with neat zoom. Maria, I just eat cake. Yeah, I do too, Maria. Christine, congratulations on. Thank you. Oh, I have got it here. Look, handy. This was unbelievable. Watkins messaged me back in December saying I was on the 100 most spiritually influential living people in 2023.
I'm glad they didn't say dead.
You can't be on the list if you're dead, so we're all right. Yeah. That would have been a really bad January. Yeah. When the email came in, I thought it was spam because I didn't believe it. It's only because when I double checked, it was from a chap that I have dealt with regularly at Watkins, because I've written for their magazine occasionally. This is a good magazine, actually. I've written for it occasionally. I am overwhelmed to be on the list with people such as the Pope and the Dalai Lama. It is mind-blowing, absolutely mind-blowing. And a huge thank you to everyone that has sent me congratulations and best wishes. And it is, I don't know. I don't know really. It is based on internet searches and algorithms and all the techno stuff, which has been pointed out to me by one specific person. Thanks for that. But it doesn't make it any less of an honor, because all of those searches are done by you guys. So thank you so much. It is an overwhelming honor. And I would try to live up to it. I'm not sure what I've done or how I got it, but I'll just keep doing what I do. Thank you, Christine. And I do love The Good Witch. Haven't watched it for a while, actually. I have to come back to that. Sylvia's cancelled Amazon, gone to Book Depository. Yeah, go Book Depository. Keith, I want try the animals and birds to help me clean my spaces like Snow White. No matter how much I feed the birds, they do not come in and do my housework. It's just rude. It is just rude. Xenia, if you like to have genuine ancient Roman items and coins, there's an antique stall at Portobello Antique Market. Gosh, I haven't been there for years. That sells them. She also works with museums, is only there on Saturdays till 2. Got 2 coins, one with Isa Fortuna and another one with the Roman goddess. She wrote it on the envelope. Perfect. Gosh, I haven't been to Portobello Market for years and years and years and years. I have got some replica ones that I bought from the Roman baths in Bath, but fascinating. Thank you for that, Xenia. Lizzie, I find shouting "get out" into the corners and dark places in the house very helpful. I love it. Scares the bejesus out of the negative energies. Lizzie, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. How to do things with no fuss. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Emma, am I the only one with a fan on me? Yeah, probably. Jason, Stargate Atlantis is, if I had to pick my top 3 TV series, Stargate Atlantis would be up there. Stargate Atlantis, Grimm, and probably Life on Mars. Yeah, or Elementary. Big Elementary fan as well. I'll have 4. Jane, Guy Fieri. Every time he says balsamic instead of balsamic. Balsamic instead of balsamic. Yeah, I can't say it now. I want to throttle him. I love him. I think he's brilliant. I think it would be a huge laugh. I like the cheesiness of the shows, but I like the inventiveness, particularly with Guy's Grocery Games, where people have to make things with random ingredients. I find it quite inspiring. Colin, I have an electric throw, which means that I can wrap it around me to keep warm without putting the heating on. We have been wearing shawls and scarves, and Pete's actually got his fingerless gloves on at the moment to type with. Jason, also enjoy painting Warhammer 2. Can't find much time to do that at present. That would require too much patience for me. Janet, I've been watching the Mayfair Witches. I don't know that one, Janet. I will have to look that one up. Thank you for the recommendation. Xenia, the most recent series of Good Witch. I can't have Hallmark Channel here. It is on one of the, it's on one of the cable TV ones, isn't it? But I haven't watched that for a long time. Good morning, Louise. Sephora, find if I'm a bit low, one of our fur family tends to seek you out and gives cuddles. That always makes you feel better. Eric always makes me feel better, unless it's about 7 o'clock in the evening when he starts to be a complete pain in the butt. He's decided that 7 o'clock is his playtime.
No, I thought you were going to say me then.
What, you being?
And you said Eric.
Eric.
Yeah. Eric makes you better. No, don't talk. No, too late
now. That goes without saying.
Yeah, I can tell.
Jane, I love journaling, but have to be selective over what goes in. If it's important or magical, then it goes in. Otherwise, it's like keeping a diary, which would be full of dross. I think it is about emptying your head, isn't it? Part of journaling is literally about releasing. It's about taking that into words onto paper. So the best advice I was given, and I use it a lot as I get older, is the word no. Yeah, that's been a big lesson for me, Sue. It has been a big lesson. Oh yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, I'll do. Yeah. Yes, it has been a very difficult lesson for me to learn, but it is a very useful one. Xenia, coffee is very good to lift the spirits. Coffee or tea doesn't judge. Coffee understands. Coffee is love. Janet, I promise no more goodies in the house. I don't know how the cookies got in. Yeah, you can't. It's very difficult to lose weight in this house. It just doesn't happen. Jackie, exercise can be uplifting if done in moderation. I'm going to leave that one with you, Jackie. Yeah, exercise is not my thing, you may have guessed, but yes, it does. It does. It helps the body, which helps the mind. Maria, is that from the shop? Yes. Now, Watkins produced a magazine, Watkins Mind, Body, Spirit. They are also one of the oldest bookshops in London. They've been around for about 120 years or something ridiculous. They also run a publishing company. So Watkins are huge. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. You are... Yeah, well, it's you guys doing Google searches. That's probably made it. Jane, imagine if all the people on the MBS spiritual influence list got together for a big party. It would be a bizarre party with the Pope, Dalai Lama, and me. There's a few TV personalities in there as well, and some Deepak Chopra and things like that. There's lots of people. It would be a very bizarre party. Christine, such a shame I was 101. Next year, Christine, next year. Maria, lifted my mug. That's enough for one day. If that was your goal, congratulations. You've achieved your goal. Sue, have you noticed how none of the Americans can say Worcestershire sauce? No one can say Worcestershire sauce properly. Worcestershire. Worcestershire. I can't say it now that the look is no. Worcestershire sauce. Good stuff, though. Good stuff. Kerry, watching the Once Upon a Time show. Do you know, I started that. Didn't get on very well with it. I don't know about that one. I know it's been very popular. Charlie, congratulations. Oh, thank you. Thank you. You influence us and are supporting us rediscovering the old ways, nature, pagan, witchy power. Thank you to infinity. Oh, bless you. I just do what I do. And I couldn't do what I do without you guys. It's teamwork. We're all on that list. It's teamwork. Absolutely teamwork. Emma, have I missed the random tangent? Where's the random tangent gone? Wait, TV show's got it. But even that, though, it still comes under self-care. No, we haven't really gone off at a tangent today, have we? We must try harder. Must try harder. Colin sometimes has her playtime around 3 or 4. I'm guessing she's a cat. They seem to have their playtime in the middle of the word, don't they? Middle of the word. Jane agrees. The N word is liberating. No is the N word. No. We have to learn to say that more. Charlie, rewatching Elementary. Oh, do you know, I've watched that about 6 times. Finding it even better the second time round. I need to find a poster of Phoebe and put the no quote in it. I always loved it. It makes me laugh. It does. Yeah, I could do that, but I'm not going to. Definitely. Elementary is excellent. One of my favourites. Sephora, is the Sandman a deity? Interesting. Been doing the meditation for Meet the Deity for last few nights. I think I get about 2 minutes in and snoring begins. That means the meditation's working. That's fine. It means you needed it. Definitely. Jason, spent a lifetime of exercise and keeping fit. Now have bad knees and bad back, so I'm with you. See, I knew it's dangerous for you. Emma, but we wouldn't be doing Google searches if it was. Oh, bless you. Karen, love Watkins Bookshop. It's really quaint, especially downstairs. It should have been in Harry Potter. Brilliant. I have been invited there. I haven't got there yet. Tess, loved Once Upon a Time. And when I was in Canada, I went to the town it was filmed in. Great pictures of me outside Granny's. Brilliant. Thank you for all your congratulations, people. You are very lovely. I have no idea about it all, but, you know, I just do what I do. So I think that the uplifting has to be probably different for each person because it's got to be personal to you. If exercising is something that lifts your spirits, do it. That's not going to work for me. It would probably kill me. If baking cake is your thing, then yeah, that's my thing. But if you hate baking, it's not going to work for you. It doesn't make you grumpy. And Pete has actually crowned me Captain Grumpy this month. I think it's also important to know, just because I don't put on Facebook that I'm having a bad day, just because I don't put on Facebook that I've had health issues or this issue or that issue or, you know, everything's all gone pear-shaped, doesn't mean it doesn't happen. I just don't want to bring you guys down. It does. It happens to all of us. It's just about recognizing where you are, where it's at, what's happening, and seeing if you can do something about it. And that was my realization this week, that as a witch, I have a complete toolkit and a book that I wrote about it. So I need to sort it out for myself, which is where the Roman household altar was a starting point. I will be doing some baking today. Yeah, it's about realizing and making some changes. Jane, I love going through the DVDs in the Chazzers. Recently bought a portable DVD player for the witchy room and films are cheap as chips. It's a small screen, but I feel like a big kid when I'm curled up on the bed with a cat or two watching The Wicker Man for 99p. Excellent. Sue, I call my hubby grumpy. It's not something I ever call Pete, really. He's always cheerful, always cheerful. Christine, the one thing about keeping fit is you have to keep it up. Yeah, I have to admit I do Tai Chi as it keeps me flexible enough and helps with balance. But man, after I walk like a cripple. Yeah, watch me getting up out of a chair. Sephora, physician, heal thyself. Magical physicians too. Yeah, that is something that I say. I'm not very good at doing it myself. Do as I do. Do as I tell you. Don't do as I do. Something like that. If you are not altogether yourself, if you are running on empty yourself, then you're not going to be able to help other people. But it's difficult. It is difficult. Sylvia, you make witchcraft accessible for everyone. I am not pagan or Wiccan, but the information you give still resonates as the room to implement it in my own way. I'm not Wiccan, although a lot of my initial training was Wiccan. I'm not Wiccan, but it gives a good structure for stuff. I am pagan. I am a pagan witch. But witchcraft and paganism are such a huge umbrella for stuff. Hopefully, there are bits that everyone can resonate with and take and pick the bits that work for you. Jackie, a little bit of gardening and dirty hands makes me feel better and resorts some energy. Yes, I did get out in the garden last week. Last week, Pete took 2 days off work so that we could clear out the loft. On the first day, he dropped Ben at college because he was running late and the car broke down. 3 hours later, he managed to get home. But in those 3 hours, I went out into the garden and I tidied up the garden and I actually felt so much better for it. And the garden felt so much better for it. So, yeah. Emma, that's why I'm losing weight, to help myself and the disease I'm aware I have now. Yeah, it's finding out and doing something about it, isn't it? Kerry, I enjoy baking. I've been making chocolate cake, coffee buttercream, and as a change, vanilla buttercream. Yum. All right, we're all going to Kerry's for tea. Lizzie, it's useful to remember that resting is an activity. Oh, yes, it's just as important to give our bodies time to rest and heal. It's an activity as much as baking or exercising. Yes, and that's one thing I actually really struggle with, is I've got so much on. I've so much to do all of the time. When I do finish work a bit earlier and go and sit on the sofa, I feel guilty. And it's changing that mindset that you need to rest. I need this time. This isn't about feeling guilty. This isn't about being lazy. It is about rest because my body and my mind needs it. Yes, absolutely. Sue, 5 DVDs in our local charity shop for £1. Wow, that is good. Brilliant. Sephora, we lost a prime minister because the tank was empty. Yes, and she was brilliant too, wasn't she? She was that's New Zealand's prime minister. But yeah, she's got young children too, hasn't she? So, Claire, congrats, officially an influencer. Does that mean I get free meals in restaurants and stuff? Because I'm up for that. I don't know about that, Claire, but thank you. Colin, do as I say, not do as I do. Yeah, thank you. My brain hadn't worked around that one. Angela, my sister and I used to call our exes doom and gloom because they were always so bloody miserable at family events. Yeah, it happens. It happens. Probably because, maybe they didn't want to be there. That's always a struggle. Christine, I have to admit, when someone annoys me, for example, the idiot neighbour, I get such pleasure in doing something to freeze them out of my life. I feel the mwahaha. We're witches. It's what we do. Jane started making a doll and loving the meditative sewing action. Yeah. Any craft that you do is going to have that meditative action. Knitting, crochet, sewing, any of it is going to have that focus as well. So it's all good. Karen, we took 3 carloads of rubbish to the tip from the loft and our car is like a can. It was unbelievable. Felt better. Yeah, it's clearing out, isn't it? Yes, we did. We can actually move around our loft now, which is how we discovered the great big leak in the roof. Mm-hmm. Sephora found out the hard way that when Mother Nature says it's time to rest, don't ignore, because otherwise, she stops asking and just makes you. I have been subjected to that on several occasions because I don't listen. And then your body says, bam, you are going to rest whether you like it or not. Yes. Trudy, love a good charity shop find. Oh, yeah, I found a really nice smoky brown glass dish in charity shop the other day. I was very happy. Xenia, I can relate. Idiot neighbour. Have one noisy neighbour and complaining for years, and even a call from the landlord company didn't work because he won't stop being noisy and having parties. Hot foot powder, yeah, definitely. Tess, starting new crafts this year. Fabulous. Sarah says Lego. Well, what for focusing on? Interesting. Yeah, that would work. Good morning, Suzanne. Extra early day for us. Your Fridays make my day. You lift my spirits. Oh, bless you. It is. I love my Friday mornings. It does. It always makes me feel better. Sue, can't see to read or sew at the moment. Duff eye, which will not get repaired until next year. Oh, boo for that, Sue. You have to audiobooks. I go to sleep listening to podcasts. I'm listening to one about Rome and London at the moment. It's interesting. I fall asleep, and then the next night I have to rewind back to where I remember. Jane, as soon as my chair arrives, I'll be mindfully meditating with a tin of paint. We obviously need to see before and after photos for that, Jane. Tess, still trying to clear previous handmade soaps and resin crafts. My daughter tried resin crafts. It was very smelly. Leslie, sadly don't have patience for crafting. No, I'm not good with the patience thing, I must admit.
Really?
Just go and clean something. Colin, not painted for a while, but knitting is what I'm doing now. Scarves are what I knit. Yeah, knitting. I'm better at crochet than knitting, but it is very relaxing. But yeah, so January you can go do one. Roll on February. It changes from here, okay? Positive, uplifting energy from now on. I'm making it official. Angela was being polite, yeah. Families, eh? So yeah, let's be positive moving forward. We would love to see on the Kitchen Witch Coven Facebook group, if you're in there, do share pictures of your crafting projects or the things that you do to build your spirits, lift your spirits. If you've got any particular incense blends you use or essential oil blends that you use, share them on the Kitchen Witch Coven Facebook group. We'd love to know how you lift your spirits. That would be fab. Maria's daughter has a knitting machine and made a long snake. Brilliant. Xenia has no patience for crafting, knitting, crocheting, sewing. It makes me scream. Yeah, don't do that because that's not going to uplift your spirits. Jane, perhaps we could make January a 24-day month just to get it over with. Oh, that would be good. Yeah, let's do that. Do join us at the weekend for the Kitchen Witch in bulk ritual. Sunday, 29th of January, 7 p.m. If you are a student of the Kitchen Witch School, do have a look. We've got several things going on just for you guys in February. Anything you want us to do from my point of view, from Kitchen Witch point of view, or as always, message. If there's any subjects you want us to cover, message. We will see what we can do. We will be doing some more online stuff this year. I'm running several courses with the College of Psychic Studies, so have a look at those as well. On the events on my website, we're doing some in-person stuff as well. We will be at the Wild Witchcraft Conference in Horndean this year, and we will also be at the Wandering Witches Fair this year as well. We're going to have a stall there. So Christine says, the only way is up now. It is, yes, I'm singing now. The only way is up. January's nearly gone. Yes. Please note that I did say that peak coffee making was part of you being the great. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. I couldn't do without what I do without Pete behind me, obviously, and all the Kitchen Witch ladies as well. Yeah, it's teamwork. It is teamwork, guys. So thank you everyone for joining me today, for supporting me, for Googling me, for getting me on the 100 most spiritually influential people list. I will try very hard to live up to it. So thank you everyone, and have a very uplifting and positive weekend. Take care everyone.